All right. Welcome to the Off the Rail Sports Podcast. I am your host, John. And if you could, hit that like and subscribe button. It means a lot to us. Feel free to leave a comment. Hey, live on the wild side. And we are going to recap what happened on Sunday. It seemed like everything kind of in the sports weekend kind of took a little hiatus. I know Wimbledon's going on. But Joey Chestnut, Nathan's hot dog, 70.5 in 10 minutes. I mean, I can barely eat 2 Costco hot dogs in 10 minutes. I don't know how that cat does it, man. Haul a leg or something like that. But we had quite a bit going on, and let's just get to it. Okay, on Sunday, Rob Manfred, the incompetent commissioner of Major League Baseball, said that Clayton Kershaw will get a special invite to the All-Star game in a week and a half. And there will be no Soto. There will be no bets. I'm going to get more into this with Brian. He seems a little passionate about what happened there. Also, the Washington Nationals, 6 years after winning their only World Series title, have fired Dave Martinez and Mike Rizzo, the coach and the general manager. And this team just, I don't really know what you're looking at. You look at Josiah Gray, you look at James Woods. They got some pieces, but they really just don't seem to be building. And the problem also is they are probably in the toughest division in baseball with Atlanta, Philadelphia, the Mets. I mean, at some point, you got to put some money down here. You've got to really go for it. And I don't really think Washington is kind of like that. They have new ownership. It doesn't seem like they're that aggressive of a team. I guess we're going to see. They do have, I believe, the top pick in the amateur draft coming up this month. Or next month. Oh, it's this month, sorry. And we will see what they do. Let's be honest, out of all of the drafts for the 4 major sports, baseball is the biggest crapshoot. You just have no clue what's going to go on. You have no idea. I mean, think about it. All the top prospects from a year ago, like the Jackson Holidays, and, you just, even when they are the top rated prospect in AAA, the chances of them being in the big leagues for 5 years are less than 40%. It's like, oh my gosh, right? It is what it is. But we shall see if Washington will right the boat. To me, I would think you have to get a new GM in there. I don't know who that'll be. I don't know if you're going to go try and get somebody like a Dombrowski, or who brings in more established players. He's more trying to win now, or like a Bloom over in St. Louis. And I don't think Washington's going to get either of them. But Bloom is just an amazing developer of talent in the minor leagues and the drafting. Dodgers seem to have both going on. Friedman's just a wizard. He seems to be incredibly happy. I wonder how much longer he's going to keep doing that. But we also, the Cleveland Guardians, lost their 10th game in a row. And they made a trade to Toronto at the beginning of the season, got rid of their second baseman. And everybody just immediately assumes Cleveland, because they have such a long and illustrious track record of winning, that they just be able to plug and play. To me, it looks like it's coming. They are going to have a losing record at the All-Star game. They're currently 40-48. And I look at that team and I think, God, what do they do? What do they do to turn the switch? And they don't spend any money. They treat the fans terribly. I watched the games. I think I watched a game a week ago, and there was 13,000 people there. At some point, people are not stupid. They understand if you are really invested in the franchise. Me being a Boston fan, as much as I hate Henry and I really hate Breslow for trading Devers, doing this, they're trying to be competitive, I guess. I'm not saying they're trying to be competitive on a World Series level, but they are trying to be competitive. We're not doing this, we got to reboot. We're going to put $100 million in our pocket. They just say we got to get rid of Devers, and they put $60 million in their pocket. That's how it goes. All right, let's talk about the U.S. men's soccer team. Lost in Houston last night, 2-1 to Mexico. It was Mexico's 10th Gold Cup. El Tri won, And, it's the same old song and dance for the U.S. soccer team. They lose on their home turf, and they just can't get it right. We've had, right now, currently, we have an Argentine coach coaching our national team. We've had Germans. Honestly, the only time we really had any success was Bruce Arena, and he just didn't seem to get, like, the players didn't like him that much. I don't know what that whole thing was, but I do think that I don't think he treated Landon Donovan very well. He's probably the best American player we've ever had. And good luck. World Cup's coming next year. Good luck. You better figure it out. And the coach for America was saying, well, 80% of the crowd in Houston was Mexico, was for Mexico. And he's like, we need bigger crowds. Well, you know what? You better start winning, because that's what America's about. If you're not winning, we don't give a shit. We really don't. We don't care anything about you. All right. Let us talk about Major League Baseball. And we've got the Orioles beating the Braves again, 2-1. Rogers gets the win. He's 2-0 with a 1.57 ERA for your Baltimore Orioles, which, God, that surprises the hell out of me that they got a pitcher that good. Well, sometimes a blind pig finds an acorn. Red Sox swept the Nationals, and subsequently they fired everybody there, the manager and the GM, 6-4. Crochet gets the win, 9-4 with a 2.3 ERA. Just an amazing pickup by the Red Sox there. As much as I hate them letting Devers go, the Crochet pickup was really, really nice. We'll see what happens there. The Phillies beat the Reds 3-1. Wheeler gets your win there. That guy is just a monster. He's 9-3 with a 2.1 ERA. Angels got swept by the Blue Jays. Whenever you think the Angels are going to do good, they lose 2 of 3 at home, 2 of 3 at home against the Nationals. Then they go on the road and get swept by the Blue Jays. Hey, how you doing? Anderson takes your loss for the Angels. Tigers in 10 beat the Guardians that we've already talked about 7-2. Lee gets the win. He's 4-0 with a 2.0. I am telling you, Detroit is a real threat to win the World Series. And I'm talking even against the Dodgers or the Phillies or whatever. The top 2 people on their rotation are monsters. Be very aware when we get to the playoffs. I'm telling you right now. Brewers beat the Marlins 3-1. Woodruff gets your win. Yankees, Bellinger was just amazing. He saved them from getting swept in the Subway Series. They win 6-4. Max Fried gets your win. He's 11-2 with a 2.2 ERA. Literally, I think Skubal is the best pitcher in the American League, but Max Fried could be a dark horse to win that Cy Young. The Rays beat the Twins 7-5. Fairbanks gets your win. He's 4-2 with a 2.3 ERA. The Rockies break up the Rockies. They actually got a win at home against the White Sox 6-4. Agnos, which I have no clue who the hell that guy is, gets the win. Astros took the series from the Dodgers, won 5-1 in Dodger Stadium. Gusto gets your win, 6-3 with a 4.5 ERA coming out of it. Mariners, once again, beat the Pirates 1-0. And I don't know if you saw that O'Neill Cruz strike from center field where he threw the ball 105 miles an hour. And, I mean, it was just picture perfect. In the catcher's glove, the guy walked into it. Sorry. Maybe if he would have slid, he would have been safe, kind of like the Yankees against the Oakland A's. The Derek Jeter play. God, I hate Derek Jeter. I hate that son of a bitch. Shouldn't have been almost unanimous. Cubs beat the Cardinals 11-0. Boyd gets your win, 9-3. And the Padres took the series from the Rangers. Every time you think the Rangers are going to get to 500, they step back. Leiter took the loss, and I was watching Leiter. That guy throws some real electric stuff. I don't know how anybody hits him, but they do because he is 4-6 with a 4.3 ERA. All right. If you could, like I said, please hit that like and subscribe button. It means a lot to us. And we'll see you soon on Off the Rails Sports Podcast.